Is he coming out? Hey, Raider fans, want to welcome you to Senior Night 2015 season. Want to recognize our two seniors, the Red Raider baseball team. Our first senior tonight is Carter Lee. He's escorted by his mother, Misty Lee and Brandon Lee. Carter has played baseball for 4 years and cross country for 4 years. His plans after high school to attend Valdosta State University to pursue a degree in pharmacy. Your senior 2015, Carter Lee. Next senior is Ryan Taylor, escorted by his mother, Julie Taylor. Played baseball for 3 years, golf for 3 years, and cross country for 1 year. Plans after high school to attend Valdosta State University to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. Your senior 2015, Ryan Taylor.
Good afternoon, Raider Nation. Welcome back to another exciting game as we host Red Raider baseball here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports. Alongside me is Shane Bennett. Be here in just a moment. We are hosting the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. Huge game, irregardless of what this game means regionally. I was talking to most of my classes throughout the day, reminding them of what type of rivalry this is. It's basically, I told them it's a hatred between Raiders versus Yellow Jackets. We don't hate the people, we just hate the mascots. You know, it's been that way ever since I don't know how far back it goes, but my dad's 60-something years old, and it was back then. We want to beat them in everything, marbles, basket weaving, much less athletics. So. But this is a big game today as the Raiders went to their place a few weeks ago and took the first win in a 2-game series, and they're here today trying to get some revenge, and we want to seal up the number 2 spot in region play so that we will definitely host at least one series in the state tournament that will begin in a couple more weeks. Got a big week this week, so if we can get this win tonight under our belt, we host Benedictine tomorrow. And it is my understanding that if we can beat Benedictine by 2 runs, we will win the region. And that guarantees an additional week at home in the state playoffs. So a big week for the Red Raiders. First thing we got to do is take care of business here, one pitch at a time, one out at a time, one inning at a time. and see if we can't get this thing took care of. We're going to take a short break, be back with some lineups, and we're going to get this game started. My name is Brent Johnson with Shane Bennett and Dalton Allman on the camera, and we'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we're back, Raider Nation. Red Raider Baseball, Raider Field, brand new facility. If you hadn't had an opportunity to come out, we've got a few games left this regular season. We'll be hopefully hosting a game this in the state playoffs. We're going to pause momentarily for the playing of the national anthem. So if you will join me in that. Okay, we are back after the national anthem. Tyler Altman, our southpaw, is on the mound starting for the Red Raiders today. He is beginning to warm up. Our Raiders currently sit second place alone in the region standings, and let me pull that up so I can. There we go. Our Raiders are 10-1. I knew we only had one loss. We had a doubleheader yesterday where we defeated Groves 11-0 and 15-0. So we're 10-1. Benedictine is 11-0, and Jeff Davis sets 9-3. So even with a loss today, we'll still be, excuse me, in second place. And then we play Benedictine tomorrow, and barring a win or loss there, it depends how things are going to pan out for the region. Every other team past Jeff Davis has at least 5 losses, so they're pretty much out of the mix for the top 3. So we're looking at, this game and tomorrow's game is going to pretty much settle the region. But we still have an opportunity. It's in our hands, still in our hands, and that's a good thing. We'll get some stats here on some of our players. Tyler's win-loss record and some ERA and other stuff here in just a moment. We're going to get this game started. So there's a meeting at the mound here. Real quickly, the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets lineup. I want to welcome anyone possibly joining us either live or on demand here on the NFHS Network from Jeff Davis. No harm, no foul. As I talk about a hated rivalry, I think most everyone would agree. There's no disrespect. It's very respectful in a respectful manner. But Brett Wilcox is going to come to the plate to lead off this game, number 21. And number 2, Tanner Wright, is on deck. And Logan McLoon, I believe, is in the hole. And I think Shane's made it back here.
Yeah, trying to get these stats up to date so we can give you guys a little bit better play-by-play stat update. And that's still fighting with us as far as technology-wise.
Yeah, we got a neat. It's the beauty of technology. Sometimes it can be a little complicated to manage, but we have an app here that we'll have live updates from the dugout as they are inputting the stats. We'll receive them and be able to give them to you. So it kind of takes the work out of our hands having to keep a book up here. Good pitch there by Tyler. Taps back to the mound.
Takes it barehanded and throws over to first for the first out here in the first half inning of the game.
Tell you what, Shane, I'd take a bunch more of those.
All day, and that's a good sign when you see the hitter kind of a shank back to the pitcher there. It means they were not on top of it. They weren't seeing the ball correctly, and Tyler hit a good pitch there. So that's what you want to see right now from the Jeff Davis hitters.
Altman's a pitcher. He's going to keep them off speed, whether it's the changeup or the curveball. His fastball is really his second or third pitch that he likes to throw. He really likes to throw the curveball, very comfortable with it, working those corners. A good-looking pitch there. Must have been a little low.
2-0 count now, just a little low. This umpire is pretty consistent. We hope he will be consistent tonight.
Well, all we ask is they be either consistently good or consistently bad, Shane. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
Out of one way or the other. Don't go back and two. And that's no disrespect to the umps. We just want them to try to be consistent.
3-0 here now on Tyler. This is unlike Tyler getting deep here on the early innings here. 4-0, 4 straight balls now.
Now back at number 11, Logan Malone.
Malone comes to the plate, number 11. 1 out, 1 on here for the Yellow Jackets. Again, Tyler's pitched very well for the Red Raiders this year. Just a sophomore. This ball is going to be.
That ball's roped, and it's going to be over the head.
Yeah, that was misplayed by the left fielder. That's going to be a run scored with a stand-up double. Yeah, I believe the left fielder had an opportunity for that ball. Again, I don't, because the sunshine is coming the way it's coming down. If you don't pick it up off the bat quickly, Shane, it can happen to any of them.
Well, and this is still this is home field, but we're still kind of getting used to this field, and the sun's coming across your cheek from right to left.
Yeah, you can see the shadows how they're casted on from the umpire. You can see the big pole there that's coming down is from helping to hold up the net behind. Nonetheless, a little trouble here. But there again, you can also say that came from a walk there, Shane, a free base.
Yeah, he gave him 4 straight balls, and then the next pitch is right down the pipe, and he ropes one, which our left fielder may have played a little bad, but still it was a good hit.
Good pitch there. It broke in on him. Once again, I got the score bug up. I'm not going to keep the balls and strikes on there, just innings and score. Currently no balls and 2 strikes now. 1 out. Runner doesn't look too interested in stealing, but that could be because he hadn't got a sign yet.
Tyler has a pretty decent move. I don't have the stats up in to how many pickoffs he has this year.
What a pitch that was, but
he was able to hold off on it.
Again, from our standpoint where we're standing, it's kind of hard to tell if it's lower or sometimes high. You'd really have to watch the catcher's mitt, and it's hidden sometimes behind the ref. But as far as plate coverage, it looked pretty good. Ball's inside. 2-2 now the count. 1 out, 1 run in already. Top of the first. Big region game here for both teams.
Bacon County has not been in this situation in a while, and this is something our kids, I would say everybody on this team is new to this experience.
This ball's going to be
Situations. Foul back behind the screen here. We've talked about in other games, Brent. This is a young team, freshman, sophomore mostly, 2 seniors, a few juniors, predominantly a sophomore freshman team.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a situation they've not been in yet, so you don't know how the nerves, how the demeanor of these boys are, as we've talked to before. Again, 14, 15, 16-year-old kids out here. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I think Tyler just needs to settle down here and throw this kid a pitch. Throw his best pitch up there, curveball, throw it over the plate, let him make some contact here. You hate to see him give another free base. I know this guy's in the cleanup hole, so he's capable of doing some damage. Ball's going to be inside. I don't know. Maybe that's the best move, putting him on. That's an out at any base. Puts the force on.
Now batting number 5, Jace Rowell.
5 comes to the plate. Jace Rouse.
Rouse.
I think I saw his mom walk in with a T-shirt on earlier. It said Jace. Got to think that the stands will fill up a little bit more as time progresses. Folks get off work, especially from Jeff Davis, make their way over. The Bacon County side is nearly full, with a lot of folks standing around. I believe that Jeff Davis is on spring break this week. Some folks may be out of town. I tell you, of course, again, it's real early, Shane, but he's thrown a few more balls than we've accustomed to here in this inning. This ball is going to be.
That ball is just a lazy foul ball there to left field.
Makes
He's
the
gonna
play.
Get back.
2 outs now in the inning. We'll take a bunch more of those too.
Ogilvy.
Yep, number 18, Ogilvy, comes to the plate.
Now batting number 18, Cody Ogilvy.
First and second, 2 outs.
Just a bit inside.
Yeah, he starts that pitch just a little bit more over the plate. That's pretty. It'll come across that back corner. That's a good pitch.
Foul back to us.
That was his fastball. You notice it tailed just a little bit back to the outer part of the plate.
Bacon finishing up a doubleheader yesterday with Groves, taking both those games.
That ball's ripped in the right center. But we have the best athlete, overall athlete on the field there, which is usually your center fielder, to track it down before it gets past. Nonetheless, a run scores. We got runners first and third. Raiders trail 2-0 here.
Jordan Dudley.
I think Jeff Davis has now doubled their run output from the first game. I think we won 3-1 in that matchup. We'll see if Coach Glass decides to put a little pressure on our defense here.
This is a situation in that Benedictine game that got cut short the other day, that first and third situation they were able to steal from third. We just didn't react fast enough and correctly. That ball has got a chance to be caught there in foul territory.
And it does. It does. Ryan hesitated just a moment, but he was able to make the play, get the out of the inning that we needed to cut this thing off at a 2-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets as we're move to the bottom half of the first inning. Raiders going to come down, see if we can't equal that or greater it. Shane, as we move again, bottom half of the first inning. I want to thank you for joining us here on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you most importantly by BCTV Productions. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. Bottom half of the first inning. Number 1, Spires is going to lead off this for the Red Raiders, who's done a tremendous job. We're still struggling a little bit with that app we were bragging about earlier, getting the live updates from the books. As Dalton takes ball 1 on the outside corner. And again, time after time, Spires leads off with a hit or a double, it seems. Another ball outside. As you can tell, he's not giving anything over the meat of the plate. Doesn't necessarily have home run power, but he has powers to the gap. This ball's going to be hit up the middle. Should be a routine play by their shortstop, but a good hustle by Spires to make it close. Nonetheless, an out.
And just like the top half of the first inning with JD, a quick first out, so hopefully Bacon can do the same thing, get a rally going here with 1 out.
Holton comes to the plate. Keeps kind of etching his way up the lineup from cleanup to third to second now. What this does is assures him some additional, at least maybe one additional at bat every game. A lot of power from this young man, a freshman, but he can also hit the base hit as well. He is DHing tonight. Ball's inside corner. Ooh. Must have caught the corner. Count 1-1. This ball is going to be ripped into the hole. What a great, almost a great play there by the second baseman. Not sure if he could have recovered and made the play, but it looked good.
Yeah, it did. He got dirty.
1 on for the Raiders here tonight. Bottom of the first. Klein Nipper comes to the plate. Klein does have some pop in his bat, as he showed last week with the very first home run in this ballpark in a game scenario. Like to see something like that again, quickly tie this game back up, Shane.
Yeah, and each and every opportunity we get base runners, we have got to get them on, get them over, and get them in. We can't afford any mistakes tonight. We need to think about that Benedictine game the other night. We played tough first inning and just the wheels came off.
Just unraveled. Got fortunate there. That ain't going to happen again. You only usually get one do-over, and sometimes you don't, but it's rare in baseball. But we are going to get a do-over tomorrow.
Just a bit outside.
They're going to be real careful with Klein as well, especially with 1 on.
1 out. Bottom half of the first inning.
I think Altman's on deck.
Just a bit out. Oh, he got that one.
Wow, that was a bit outside, Shane. I'll call it that. That wasn't very consistent. He called one inside a minute ago on Holton.
That was a pretty pitch there.
Yep. Well, when you get a call like that on that outside corner, or outside, I should say, you're not sure what to do. He's going to gather himself. Another outside pitch.
I'm a little frustrated with those few calls, I think.
Now batting number 2, Dawson Dial.
Dawson, very capable of getting these 2 runs over.
Absolutely. This young man plays second base. Another sophomore.
See, Coach Glass decides to do. He's going to play back. Bit outside.
I'll take a pass ball. Anything at this point in time. Ball low. Great.
Catcher doing a great job of breaking down and holding that ball in front of him.
About to say that. That's 2 great plays he's made there as he got crossed up.
Ty Kraft is the catcher for Jeff Davis.
You know, I said something earlier, and someone will listen to it and might get on to me, but typically your best athlete is in center field, but sometimes they're behind the plate.
Well,
this ball is ripped. Base hit.
Be a base hit. Coach James going to hold him up there. Yeah, I'd say majority of the time your athletes in center field and your head's behind the plate.
Right.
You got a game manager normally behind the plate. And I guess just baseball and the type of sport it is. It's a game of chess, putting your folks in the right spot.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Nucleus right.
Nascio looks a lot bigger on the football field in that football uniform, doesn't he? But this young man is a dual sport threat, very capable on defense, and he can hit the ball.
It was this team last year over in Jeff Davis. He hit his first grand slam or first home run period.
He's got an opportunity to do it again here, Shane. Well, I'll take a base hit, a walk, hit batsman.
Yeah.
Take one for the team here. Ball outside.
I still have hearing damage from his mom sitting behind me when he hit that one.
Yeah. Bases loaded. 1 out.
That's
Another
a bit
ball.
outside. That takes account to 2-1. I'm sorry.
We'll try to keep that count to you. Again, I'm not putting it on the scoreboard or score bug.
2-1, 1 out. That ball's going to hit back behind us here for an out or strike 2.
I would say that was ball 3, but I just don't know. That umpire could have called that one a strike. It was between the plate and the white line.
Yeah, that was in on his hands there.
2-2. Need to put it in play. Give us a chance.
That's a bit inside.
That's when you lean into that one. Because I don't know, that left shoulder is the one he separated. He probably don't want the ball on
Yeah.
it. We're glad to have him back this week, as he missed all of last week.
All right, 3-2 here, 1 out. Bases loaded. And it's a walk.
We'll
Bacon
take it.
County scores first unearned run there for Bacon County.
21's a little frustrated with either himself or the umpire. Either one will take. Bases still loaded. Tyler Altman comes to the plate with a chance to help himself, Shane.
We would love to see it here. A little bit high.
I tell you, I'd make this pitcher throw me. Matt might make him throw me 2 down the middle, 2 for strike because he struggled.
He's
There
going
it
to call,
is.
and I do see a little pattern there. He is calling that tight inside there. Whether if it's inside, that he's going to pretty much call.
Good eye there by Tyler.
2-1 now, 1 out. Bases loaded still. Raiders already plated 1 here in the bottom half of the first inning.
I want to be patient here. Again, I think I'd make him throw me another one. Unless it's like that right there.
They'll take that
A
all
double.
day long. They're going to
And-
run for a mile here. 1 run is scored, and they're going to have a hard time stopping the big
they're
man
not gonna
coming
get it.
around.
We got a stand-up double. What a hit by
Oh, yes.
Altman.
Tyler Altman helping himself out big here in the
I
inning.
tell you what, I see his papa down there. He's fist pumping. Folks, that's a proud man down there.
So Bacon County goes up 4-2 now with only 1 out still here in the first inning.
Peyton Nobles.
Bacon County overcomes those first 2 runs in the top half of the first inning.
And, folks, this is the team that, the last time we were on air, we struggled last week with Benedictine. But this is the team that we're used to calling games for and hearing about after the games are over. Now, this is a long way from this game being over, trust me.
Yeah.
But these boys we're playing good fundamental baseball and being patient at the plate, which they've done all season.
Good pitch on the outside corner there.
And this inning isn't over.
Peyton Nobles, sophomore.
It's
That
coming.
ball's going to be hard in the sun.
He makes the play, but
played it.
we're going to get a tag.
I thought.
He fought it, Shane. It
Yeah,
was,
that is a murderous catch right there because that
I can't
sun
tell
is
if he's
directly in your eyes.
does
right
he have
there.
shades on?
I can't tell from here.
Doesn't look like it, unless it's just a shadow from his cap. But
Bag number 6.
But I will say, it made it look routine, but that was an outstanding catch. They're looking dead into that sun.
it was. Ryan Taylor.
Our senior, him and Carter Lee again. We'll talk about this being senior night.
Yeah, I
Ryan,
will.
shot a 73 yesterday in region golf. So Ryan, a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, Ryan has an opportunity to play at the next level. I mentioned that if he chooses to. Golf.
Ball 1 on him.
Team finished second behind Benedictine and Videa. Only a couple of our players had a rough day. We only lost by 4 shots to Videa. We'll play in the
Tip back to the screen.
sub-region, or the sectional, next week, I believe it is. Qualify for state.
1, 2, and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on third, and Tyler Altman. Ball's a little bit outside. We got the deuces now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tyler again sitting down there. Not Tyler, but his runner for Tyler, which is Kyler Wade. We got a 3-2 count now. So everybody's going to be moving here.
The fussing began. Both sides will do it. They're going to talk about the umpire. Both sides of the stands.
All right, Carter Lee, our
Bag number
other
5.
senior, coming to the plate.
Carly.
First baseman. Carter, the son of Brandon and Misty Lee. Trying to give you some insight on these two seniors tonight as we go along. Ryan and Carter both going to VSU after this year. All right, 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Just a bit outside there for ball 1. 1st and 3rd situation here for Coach James as he decides to do anything out of the ordinary here. Make homage to our peanut gallery in center field is in seat. Just a bit low there for a 2-0 count now.
We're talking about Tyler struggling a little bit that first inning. It appears this pitcher is too.
That's right down the pipe.
Yeah.
Strike 1.
You almost want to just forget about that runner at 3rd and 1st, and you just want to get this batter.
And Carter's a scrappy hit. Ooh,
wow.
Scrappy hitter. Got a little high and outside there, but he calls it a strike, so we got a 2-2 count now. 2 outs, 2 on.
Yeah, usually you'll find an umpire, like you said, you saw a pattern. I did, beginning to there on that inside.
Ooh, 3-2. All right, folks, here we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Everybody's going to be rolling here. Crack at a bat. Or the pitch. Carter gets a slice of it there, stay alive, hits the ball down the right field side out. So we'll do it all over. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Kyler Wade down on 3rd. And Ryan Taylor over on 1st.
Oh, goodness gracious alive.
All right. He said call it same spot, so we're going to have to stay consistent right now. So
that's a wide strike zone, though, Shane, when you're giving the inside and the outside. But anyway, we're going to take a break here. I'm going to catch my breath.
But Raiders plate 4 in the bottom half of the first inning, and that's the bottom line. We won the inning, and that's what we want to do the rest of the night, win the inning. So after 1 complete in the books, folks, it's your Red Raiders 4, Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets 2. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Okay, folks, we're back here a little more happy. Raiders are up 4-2 as we move to the top half of the second inning. Going to update the scoreboard. Alex Sanders comes to the plate for Jeff Davis.
Designated hitter for Justin Kite, the right fielder.
Both pitchers struggled to kind of settle down the first inning. I think maybe this second inning will be a different story, probably for both pitchers. Hopefully for Tyler at least, as he come up and had a big double here or there in the bottom half of the first inning. Plate two runs.
One of those being unearned in that first inning for the Jackets.
Great stop there by our catcher as he was crossed up.
Really brag on Peyton has really stepped up to the plate this year, taking the role and doing a great job. Ooh, just missed him.
Wow. Can't believe he got out of the way. He seemed a little upset.
I'm not sure what he was upset about, if it didn't hit him or if he wanted to stay in there and get hit.
Well, there's the rule this year. Should be routine.
In between hop there.
Well, he's
a
fast
Carter's
one.
got
We
it.
got
Yeah,
him.
he's got some speed there.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, he got down the line in a hurry.
They changed the rule this year that the player does not have to make an attempt to get out of the way. But my understanding is
it'll be changed
back. Probably a good thing.
Yeah, because the number one thing, if you go to any of these meetings with the baseball folks and stuff, and which I have to with baseball, it's always safety,
Oh, yeah.
safety, and
Well,
I couldn't believe they changed that to say that, because you could have
especially with concussions and as
Everything
important
that's
as
going
they
on,
are
yeah.
in every sport, everybody can kind of ties it to football, but it's in any sport.
and I think it's a smart thing to go back to that. Just a bit high there. Square around like you want to take a bunt. We're back to the top of the lineup. Brent didn't mention that's Brett Wilcox, the pitcher for the Jackets.
I have 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out here.
Yeah, I'm telling you wrong again, folks. It's Kurt Nelms, your center fielder. 1 off.
Good pitch
Good
there.
pitch right there on the outside corner. And that's that same spot that he called in the last inning.
Yeah, I almost want to send Dalton down there to let him know, hey, throw between the plate and the white line.
Yeah,
On both sides of the plate.
Yeah, he's hitting right there. And that
What
was
a
good
pitch. Wow, he took a little bit off
He
that.
pulled the string on that one.
That's the Tyler we saw against Vidalia a few weeks ago, Shane, where he pitched so well. They only had about 2 hard balls hit off of him. Ball is going to be deep.
Dalton going to have to hurry this one across. And
Thank goodness it hit the runner.
Peyton did a good job of hustling, and Ryan.
And
over
Ryan
there.
was. I think we had that one corralled.
Yeah, this is the small things we're doing tonight. We just weren't doing the other night, so it's good to see that.
That's got to be a base hit there.
Former Superintendent Phil Murphy stepping into the stands.
Now batting on
Crowd
It's
just about max capacity in the bleachers on the home side.
Yeah, I got almost at standing room only. I see Coach Kofer down.
1
as
out,
well.
1 on. That was we'll give him a base hit on that one. Tyler throwing back over, just keep him honest.
One thing about these broadcasts, Shane, and we're able to basically, we're doing this live, but it's recorded and it'll be posted on this website. And you don't
Just a bit inside.
you don't have to pay. Obviously, you can watch them live. You pay. That's something it's gradually turned into over the last sort of a pay-per-view over the last couple of years. We hope we're providing a good product for our community. But folks like Tyler on the mound, his dad lives in Jacksonville.
It's going to be a close one there. Nobody's going to be able to get this one, I don't
It's
think.
in no man's land there.
This new field, a lot of foul ball territory. Get it out of my mouth.
It'll give Kurt Altman, who's a former Red Raider, graduate of Bacon County High School, 94. He'll give a chance to see his son on demand.
I know Carter Lee's mom's telling me or Carter was telling me that he's got some relatives
In Kentucky.
in Kentucky that are watching the game.
I know a couple weeks ago he texted me late that night, and that's why I do this, folks, or we do it. Part of it is the fact is it gives my kids in my classroom in video production some experience. Doing this kind of stuff, it's a positive work ethic experience as well. But I think even more so we do it for this community to provide a service for folks just like that. They were able to watch him for the very first time.
Pass ball there by Peyton.
Anyway, text me and, just it makes your day when people, when they thank you for stuff like that. And that ain't why I'm doing it, to be thanked, but it's just, but I do it to be able to help folks see some things they normally wouldn't be able to, whether it's here in town, you can't make it to the game, or if you're in Savannah, or if you're in wherever you can't tell me you've been at before in the military.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runner on second base. Raiders ahead 4-2. Top half of the second inning here. Tyler seemed to be settling into a little better mode here in the second inning as compared to the first. In that shadow you will see as the game progresses, stretching across to that right fielder. That's going to be nasty land over there.
Looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound. I'm not sure exactly what the conversation is going to be. We're going to take a real quick break and be back here in just a moment. Red Raider Baseball.
All right, here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. After a little quick meeting of the minds there, you should be able to hold the runner. Carter does an excellent job over there on first base.
Good
We're
stretch.
going to really miss that next year. He does an excellent job of stretching out, knowing when and where to come off that bag if the ball's short. He's really grown up as a first baseman over there.
Tell you, that's 2 or 3 tough throws we've already had to make in 2 innings here.
Yeah, Dalton doing a good job at short there tonight. Really stretching it out. That one earlier this inning, just too much of a throw for him, I think, to get it over in time, and rushed it a little bit. But again, 2 outs, folks. Second inning, top half of. Just a bit. Yeah, he caught it on the edge there. So we got Tanner Wright.
Yeah, 0-1 count, 2 outs. Let's see if we can't.
This is the Jeff Davis third baseman.
We can do what Jeff Davis wanted to do in the bottom half of the first inning, come out, score a couple runs, and then shut us down. We've come back and doubled up what they did, and we'd like to
shut them
down now here in the top of the second, kind of cool this game down a little bit, or at least their game.
I see Tyler's game plan here a little bit. He's cutting at the corners here. He's trying to nibble on the edges.
What a pitch there.
And again, nibbling right on the edge. And Tanner trying to just kind of throw the bat out there, hit at the bat, and trying to make some kind of contact to stay alive. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner still sitting out there at second. We want to leave him out there, hopefully. Get out of this inning.
Got a feeling they may, I don't know. Oh, it's going to be a tough play here. Yeah, that's a smart play by the second baseman. Tyler come off the mound real hard. It was kind of pitchy through, Shane. He kind of slowed everything down a little bit and kind of threw him off to the right side of the mound, and the kid got away with an infield hit there.
First and third here for the Raiders situation. See what Coach James calls up here.
You know, those kind of things can frustrate you, but that's part of the game. It's not an error. You just got to look past it and get this next out.
Coach Glass very aggressive on the base path as far as what he's calling, so be alive to anything right here. I would not be surprised going on the first pitch.
Ball's going to be lifted into center, deep center.
Big man's got a lock on it.
Got a beat on it.
Makes it at the back of the fence,
on the
folks.
track.
I don't know if he didn't bring that ball if it don't go over the fence.
It's off the fence, probably off the second A there, and AA state champions. Let me see that as we.
He's hurt his shoulder again, I think.
Yeah, he's holding it down.
Folks, we'll take a quick break. Raiders hold them to nothing in that top half of the second inning. We'll come back after a quick break for bottom half second.
batting number 1, Dalton Spire.
All right, top of the lineup here for the Raiders. Quickly strike one on Dalton. We were debating in between innings. We're trying to go back and look at the replay on that, if that ball was out or not, if
He robbed
Big Man
him.
doesn't catch it. Neither here nor there. If he doesn't catch it, 2 runs score easily, and it's a tie ball game.
We
So
just hope Big Man is not re-injured, so to speak. Another ball ripped down that left side.
and we come out swinging again.
Again, that's Spires hit one hard earlier in the game for the first out.
Now batting number 19, Jacob Holt.
Jacob Holden, the freshman here for the Raiders. Hopefully, we have a long history with Jacob coming up and his bat and glove. Jeff Davis trying to hold Dalton as close as they can, and that ball was hammered down the left field side. I think it's going to stay in just enough for him to catch the ball.
It's a big out for them. Anytime you can catch it in foul territory, much less of one of our stud hitters.
Now batting number 14, Klein
Dalton's smart base running there. The coaches are Dalton one, getting over to second and getting in scoring position now with 1 out. Klein Nipper coming to the plate. Again, another stick for the Raiders. Sophomore is Klein. And a pretty pitch there.
Klein, a switch hitter, hits power more from the left side.
He was hitting left when he hit the first home run here the other night against Vidalia.
This ball's hit into center.
Little.
Can of corn right there.
Yep. 2 outs now.
Now batting
Dawson
number
Dial
2,
coming to the plate.
Dawson Dial.
Dow with a little looper base hit, his first at bat over the shortstop, between short and third. Like to see him drive one here.
Trying to keep the Raiders close again.
You don't see that too often. A throw down from, a lot of times you may see it go to the pitcher and he quickly whip it around.
That's called from the dugout, and Coach Glass just trying to keep him close there.
Another great stop by their catcher. This man's they'd be replaying this video from both of the catchers, ours and his. Show some young guys how to move behind the plate, get the body in front of the ball. Tell you what, he's real concerned about that run there.
Yeah, you don't want
With 2 outs, and maybe with 1 out, I could see him being a little more concerned. The pitcher needs to pay attention to the batter. Count 2-1. 2 outs. 4-2 Raiders. Bottom of the second. Early in the game.
both teams with 4 hits here.
Swing and a miss.
He pulled a string on him that time.
Big cut by number 2.
Just able to stay alive.
It's my favorite song.
I'd ask you not to sing it live. It would be a lot better coming from you than me, though.
Yeah. My falsetto is not my repertoire. Ball's gonna be hit back up.
Squibbler up the. That's kind of a hard ball to manage sometimes, but he gets him for out number 3 here in the bottom half of the second inning, where Raiders are unable to get that runner around. But after 2 complete in the books, it's your Red Raiders 4, Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets 2. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay, we're back here, top of the third inning. Raiders lead 4-2. And both pitchers have seemingly settled down just a little bit.
Number 9, Ty Kraft.
Top half of 3. We've got the Yellow Jacket right fielder. I'm sorry, the catcher at the plate. And he takes this one for a ride to see big man must be okay because he's out there. He's a little bit shy after that last catch. What may happen? I think that may have affected that catch that time. He thought he was on the fence and scared to jump at it.
Again, I don't maybe
Pinch runner here for your catcher.
can't hear out here. I know, and Shane, I'm guessing there's a.
Number 5.
Is there a track out there, Shane,
Rao.
of any
No,
sort? There's
there's
just
no
grass
track.
all the
Yeah,
way
it's
to the
just
fence.
grass, yeah.
I guess the shadow had me thinking there was something there, but
Well,
that's when there's a lot. There needs to be a lot of communication between the left fielder or right fielder, especially or any outfielder, as you get closer to the fence.
Well, too, another consideration in that, he's looking back almost in that sun right now.
That's true.
I still think that catch before kind of got him a little fence shy. 1 ball now. Runner at second base. Nobody out. Top half of the third inning.
That's going for a ride there, I'm afraid.
And we're quickly tied back up at 4 here.
Yeah, that's 2 big hits there off Tyler in a row. We hadn't seen that much all season long. That's 3 balls hit that I think 2 are off the fence and 1 gone there. So how quickly
Things change.
things can change. Again, I said earlier, it's a long ball game. 4-4.
Number 18.
Maybe more importantly for them, there's no outs here. That's 2 runs.
Back to new ball game.
6 hits for the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, 4 for the Raiders. No errors for either team.
Jackets bringing out the sticks tonight. And missing a home run the inning before, getting one to deep to start the inning for a double, and then the home run to left field there. So the last 3 hitters for Jeff Davis have really tattooed the ball. Cody Ogilvy now. If I'm butchering the name, I apologize. We got what we have up here.
Handwritten by someone else. Tyler just needs to, and that's another hard hit ball in the center.
And that's 4 hits in a row. They
and
have really touched off on the ball.
And I just was about to say he needs to, again, to pitch to the corners. That ball was over the plate, and I'm pretty sure the other prior to that was hit hard were over the plate as well.
Jordan Dubberly, the shortstop now.
It's 3
for
hits.
the Jackets.
3 hits in a row. I think the umpire's glad. I think their fans were starting to ride him. And now a little small ball is going to roll out of bounds.
Foul ball. Smart play by their Peyton, picking up as soon as it gets outside that chalk. That was almost a pitcher-perfect bunt. Just missed it. So threw a strike up on the board with 1 on first. Still nobody out here in the top half of the third inning. We're all knotted up at 4. He's going to try it down the other way now. Strike 2. So I think he'll be free swinging here now.
Yeah, I still wouldn't throw him one over the plate to give him a chance to bunt. He still may square around. I'd throw it to the number on his chest.
Coach Glass, you never know. He may be bunting him here.
And a swing and a miss.
That's what we need to get that first out.
That's a great at bat for Tyler. He pitched a couple good pitches there, made it difficult on him to get that bunt down fair. Like 1 on, 1 out. Ball's ripped up the middle. He's going to make his slight turn there. Big man quickly makes the play there.
Now batting number 1, Kurt Nails.
Number 1, Nails, comes to the plate now for Jeff Davis. Force out at any base. I take that back, first, second, or third. Like to see a tailor-made double play here as we are in double play depth.
Yeah, you got to play for the outs here.
It's going to be a tough play. Oh, this is trouble. Ball gets away. There's a throwing error.
Yeah, that was just looked nasty from the beginning. We had 3 people on the ball, which we shouldn't have in that situation, but it was a perfectly placed bunt too. So you can't take anything away from the hitter. Coach James going to take time just to get everybody back in the ballpark. I think everybody's kind of got a little unnerved here. Jackets go up by 1 here. Still only 1 out. And
well, what you don't want to happen is because I guarantee you the coach is going to continue. It wouldn't surprise me he don't bunt again here with runners on the corner.
Well, he's got speed there at third. Well, I don't know that he's in a situation where he's going to squeeze here, but
right. But it's an opportunity.
He would definitely play the first and third as best he can. I can guarantee you. Again, Jackets already plated 3 here in the top half to third. Raiders got to stop the bleeding.
Again, it's a little. I know this is the most runs that Tyler has given up in a game, and they all are going to be earned.
Now batting number 21, Brett Wilcox.
Wilcox to the plate with a chance to do some more damage here for the Jackets.
And he looks to be going to inside. All those runs aren't earned now. In this inning, they are that first inning.
Right. And excuse me, I should have corrected myself in this inning.
Pretty pitch there.
Yeah.
Not sure what the call was there, but he went on his own, but nobody going from third there. So second and third now, 1 out, 2 strikes on the batter, no balls.
Now you just worry about that batter. Make sure, work that corner.
This is leadoff now for the Jackets.
Yeah, he's had 2 great pitches here. Tyler's going to look him back, go to first, go home.
Nobody backing up the catcher there for that throw.
Well, there wasn't nobody to, other than the pitcher would have had to have hustled around.
Situation there ain't a whole lot you can do. So
he's calling for some help here by some interference, I think. But you rarely see this called.
I missed it all, I guess, all the way around, I guess.
There was some. I think there was some. We're talking about some interference here with the catcher.
Oh, yeah, they both have real estate there. They have to give up, but in that situation, usually the runner's going to get the benefit of the doubt. I've seen more of the catcher being called for interference in that situation other than the runner.
It's not going to be an out, don't look like.
Coach James arguing his point, which is probably mute at this point.
He just wants an explanation, and he's not getting the one he wanted to hear.
What he's saying, he got interference when he trying to throw the ball back to the plate. It wasn't at the plate. He was calling interference.
Oh, interference at first because he was not running down his correct baseline.
Again, the
Now bag number 2, Tanner Wright.
2 outs here now after all that. Jackets up by 2 here in the top half of third, 6-4.
Yeah, it's Shane. I don't even want to go back to last week, but that first inning we had a couple controversial plays that could have went one way or the other. I think we got a batter out twice in that inning last week against Benedictine. That's kind of got the
pretty pitch there by Tyler.
The snowball rolling.
Tyler is leaving the ball over the middle of the plate right now, which is where he doesn't want to leave it. That was not. Just outside.
I think he tried to put a little bit more on that than he normally would.
1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
6-4.
Runner on third. And that's a fair ball. That's going to be good for at least a double, it looks like here, if they can get him around. And so Jackets score another here. Go up by 3. And put a runner on second. Coach James meeting of the minds there at the plate. We'll give you a short break and we'll be right back.
Now bang number 11.
All right. Regroup here. 7-4. Klein Nipper coming to the plate. Connor Altman going to first base. Carter Lee will go in. Tyler can re-enter if pitching, if needed. Getting a little clarification from Brian Taylor up here in the booth on the last call. We had instruction on there at first. Umpire just didn't see it. Not that he was arguing that it wasn't. He just didn't see the call. So can't call what you don't see. That was his call to make and just didn't see it. So part of baseball, we'll move on. Top of the third, they've already plated 5 here in this inning. Up 7-4 on the Raiders. 2 outs, runner at second. Ball just outside. Hopefully that won't come back to hurt us.
Well, I'll have to agree with one of the parents down there. He said that's on you on that last run, and like he said, we just hope that maybe that one run won't be the difference.
Yeah, maybe so. again, this is baseball and this what happens. You just got to work around these kind of situations. Two balls, one strike. Klein working him back a little bit.
Just need one more out here. 2 more strikes.
That ball's going to drop. They're going to score one more here. And the bleeding continues here. 8-4 now.
Now batting number 9, Ty Craft.
Brent, I think it's going to take more than 8 to win this baseball game, though.
I think you're right, especially as early as it is, Shane. We're, again, by no means are we playing anything like we did last week. As Benedictine played at 9 in through top of 3 innings. These boys have put the bat on the ball. JD has done what they've needed to do. We just had a few one
Miscue over on first base,
yeah.
and then
But when you have 11 hits, and that says something. In 3 innings, and this ball is hit deep to left field, it's trouble.
that ball is going to hit just off the top of the fence, and he's moving him around.
Holding
He's
him
going
up.
to hold him there at third, so a double now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what or who we put on the mound. It looks like a beach ball right now to these guys. That's 12 hits in 3 short innings, and not even 3 complete.
Jace Riles.
Well, they've doubled us up. We doubled them in the first, and now they've doubled us.
I liked it better when we doubled them.
Yeah. They're not going to see quite the same repertoire from Klein as Tyler.
He's a little faster on the mound as far as not speed to the plate, but I mean just
Working
in between pitches. From the stretch here, he's having to go a little bit slower, but he does not waste any time. I say that, and the batter backs out because he's taking too long.
He's got to get an out, stop the bleeding here. Good pitch. It's going to be high.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. Jackets have played it 6 thus far in the inning.
Well, there's no way where that umpire is standing, he can make that call anyway. Even when you ask for help.
Well, he's not.
It'd have to be pretty obvious, and it'd be obvious enough the home plate umpire would make the call with the angle he's got. Good pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top half of the third. See Klein dig deep here and pull the string on this one and get us out this inning here without any more bleeding.
Good
pitch
pitch
there.
Rung him up. Batter knew it, but there was nothing he could do. It just eat him up there on the inside. Thankfully, we got out of the inning, Shane, but however, we were scathed. We didn't get out unscathed. 6 runs go up on the board. We trail 8-4 now as we move to the bottom half of the third. It's going to be pretty important for us to try to get a few of these runs back here in this inning.
Yeah, we don't need to go 3 up and 3 down here. We got to, if not but 1 run, we got to put some hits back up on the field and get some runs in.
That's right. For Shane Bennett, Brent Johnson, Dalton Allman on the camera. We're broadcasting live and on demand later on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, folks, we're catching our breath here. Again, the Jackets played at 6 in the top of the third. See if Inacio can settle down here for the Raiders and not get too amped and excited here and swing away at just anything. Try to get us back in this ball game. Count 1-1 now. Again, we don't have to have all the runs back here. We just need to chip away. Shane said earlier, just no 3 up, 3 downs for the Raiders.
We get big man on. That'll be a plus because his speed on the bags. I'm sure we can do something with the ball.
Yeah. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, it was.
Just froze him there, and I don't know if he wasn't expecting that curveball in that count, but he got it. Tyler with a big double in the bottom half of the first inning to push the lead to 4-2 at that time for the Raiders.
Shadows lengthening across here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or did I miss that? Is it 1 ball, 1 strike? I thought
1-1.
There we are, 1-2. Just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Is that 3 curveballs he just thrown, Tyler?
Yeah, the ball that Tyler hit earlier was a fastball dead red down the middle, and they may be staying away from that. Yeah, they caught the outside corner, and he's been calling right there. So,
well, I guess what concerns me is, we talked earlier, is typically an umpire has a spot he likes, and if you're going to be a little off the plate, it's usually on one side or the other, not both. But he has been fairly consistent on both sides of the plate, so it's hard to complain much. But he's definitely a pitcher's umpire if you're going to do that. Ball was going to be hit.
Be a lazy fly ball to left field to get us
it's going to end the
3
inning.
up and 3 down, exactly what we did not want to do.
Only about 8 or 9 pitches thrown, too, by the pitcher. But we're going to take another break. It's too quick as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Raiders still trail 8-4.
Now batting number 18, Cody Hogley.
All right, here we go. Top half of the 4th. We definitely cannot afford any more runs out of them. Ball just not breaking at all there for Klein for ball 1.
Yeah, Klein has a little tighter curveball. It breaks quickly at the end versus a little Tyler has more of a bow in his, I guess, to describe it.
Ball right back. Just going all over the place. Peyton just missed it. Crowd giving him a hand for a try. This is where a young catcher has got to step back up and forget all about that. Because all that was a long strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Not breaking quite as much as Klein wanted to there. Staying up a little high. And he called that outside corner, inside corner there.
I'm telling you, I'd be working those corners. I would not throw a ball down the middle. I'd try my best. Surely you think they would have maybe figured it out by now. Maybe Tyler talking to him. Another great pitch by Klein.
And that pitch was set up from the pitch before
Yeah.
where he called inside. In
Klein he dropped down a little bit. Not a real true sidearm, but kind of a 3/4 there.
Number 7,
Curveball.
Jordan Dudley.
But that's what the doctor ordered there for the first out.
Jordan striking out his last time at the plate. 1-1 count here. Again, inside, hitting that lace of the inside of the black part of the plate there to get strike 1.
Another good pitch.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's got that curveball working right there.
When you see Klein as he starts working, he really likes working quick there, getting back up there and working. It's his bread and butter is that curveball thus far. Just a bit outside, high. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one just got away from him there.
Yeah,
Ball 3.
just a bit outside. 3-2, 1 out. Top of the 4th. What a pitch.
Strike 3.
Wow. I tell you what, it's bread and butter right there. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting number 8, Alex Sanders.
Alex ripped one last time here at bat for a single.
He did. He's got some wheels. Saw that his first at bat. And he almost got hit his the first at bat, I remember.
Yeah, and again, that's not Klein doing that intentionally. Just a
Nah.
curveball that would not break for him.
Yep.
And it's getting
Now batting number 1, Kurt Nims.
the placement on this field. I know when they laid it out, there was a big discussion about where the sun's going to be this time of year across the pitcher and right field and stuff. And I think they were off by just a little bit from what they were saying. Said the center fielder was going to have it dead in their eye, but I think it's the right fielder that's one that's got the worst end of this deal.
And you know,
And
wow, what a play.
because he ran, Dalton runs into the bat. I don't think he gets that
No,
ball
I
if
think you're
runner's
right.
not going there.
Exactly right. And I was just about to say that I felt like the coach was going to push his buttons here with a 4-run lead. Raiders get out of the inning, 3 up.
No,
4 up, 3 down, sorry. With a hit batsman. 8-4. Raiders again. We can't say it over and over. They got to get something going here. Score some runs.
Now batting number 22. Now batting number 22, Lane Foster.
Lane Foster comes to the plate for the Red Raiders for his first at bat of the evening. I'm not sure if that was foul or if it just was low and come off the catcher. Either way, it must have been a foul ball. 0-2 the count. And a high strike 3. And again, this is happening a little too quickly for the Raiders as we're in the bottom half of the
4th inning.
Yeah.
Now batting number 12.
That's 4 outs in a row. Kyler Wade comes to the plate for the Raiders. Well, another thing, Shane, about getting Tyler on out of the game off the mound, that frees up some innings tomorrow he can throw against Benedictine. And he was successful with Jeff Davis the first round or go around. He was successful against Benedictine, pitched to Jim up until some things happened in the bottom half of the seventh inning.
Yeah. Still a lot of things still happen in this game.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just
back to the screen here.
Just saying he'll be able to.
Yeah.
He'll be eligible for a couple innings tomorrow if we wanted to start him or bring him in or whatever the case may be.
We've got to chip away at this lead here. We're getting late in the late innings here. High school baseball, 7 innings. A little slow dribbler out there to shortstop.
And he's going to be safe.
Not so sure that
close.
Kyler hit even touched the bag there. He was so worried about tagging him. I don't know if he did or not.
There's a break there.
Sometimes that slow dribbler can be worse than a hot ball.
That's right. You got too much time to think about it. Wow. You need to get on back there, Tyler. It's close. Closer than I'd like to see. You definitely don't want to make an out at first base. Getting picked off.
Dalton's had 2 sharp hit balls here in this game.
One has found the open space. The other was a first out of the game. Need another big hit right here by the young man. Get something going here with 1 out.
Crossed him up there. I don't think the catcher and the pitcher are on the same wing. He wasn't expecting that ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out.
Ball is ripped in left field. It's going to fall down. This young man has come through time and time again, and every time he comes to the plate, especially the first time, I want to say he's a senior, but he's not. He's just a junior. He started since he was a freshman, either at second or short. Jacob comes to the plate. Coach is going to come out and have a talk with this young man because he knows what this guy's capable of. Number one, just driving in some runs or driving them all in, including himself, tightening this game back up. But with a base empty, with 1 out, you got to think he's probably going to pitch around him with a 4-run lead.
Coach Glass, I don't know. He don't like to give in to anybody. I know he doesn't want to give up a quick run, so if nothing else, he's going to say don't give him anything downtown. He's got Klein coming up behind him that's got power to right field. And on down our lineup, you got Klein and you got Dawson and then Big Man. So he really don't have any let up in our lineup.
No, you're exactly right.
So he's going to have to pitch to somebody. It's just going to be who's he going to pitch to and give the opportunity to.
Well, he and as a hitter, Shane, you tell me what you think. When you're in this situation, when Coach down there is, I don't know what James is telling you. He's probably telling you, he's probably not going to give you nothing right down the middle. So you kind of looking, you just sitting there waiting for something for him to make a mistake. So is that a good thing for just be sitting dead red on something, anything over something over the plate to mash, or are you just kind of sitting there and just thinking, I'm going to get a walk?
I'm not going to pretend to get in Coach James' mind.
Right.
But right here, you want base runners. If Jacob gets a pitch to hit, but I think he's probably going to tell him unless it's in a box, leave it alone.
Yeah.
So we want base runners with Klein coming up so we can get some runs in. Because again, worst case scenario, we were to lose this game, we got to lose by less than 2 points. So we hold still the tiebreaker on them. But right now we're thinking about winning the game, and we need base runners. So there's a lot of playing in this chess game here. Coach Glass being one of the better ones at it. Coach James still young in his career. We'll see how this works out so far. And he pulled the string on Jacob on that one. Looked.
Yeah, I think he probably wouldn't have swung at that if he didn't have a green light on something close.
And that is a ball.
Ball is going to be ripped in the right field.
Let's see if we're going to try to plate one here.
Yeah, absolutely. As he can't get to it,
plate
it's all the way to the fence.
And that's going to be a double with a. And I hope they don't catch that, but I'm not so sure.
Well, great effort by the young man. It was look at he's patting him on the head. It was the coach sent him, and that's all you can ask for.
I'm not so sure he tagged second to begin with. The umpire looked at it, made note of it. I'm not so sure he even touched second base.
Great play there by their defense. Nonetheless, we plate 2 on a big double, trying to stretch a triple. And I don't know if you saw this young man. We talk about the kind of power he's got, but he's rather quick, or nimble, I should say, for a big man.
2 outs now, folks. Raiders plate 2 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, climb up to the plate. Getting a chance to help himself now, being the Raider pitcher. Just good baseball so far. Let's see if we.
Ball was another base hit, and that potentially was a.
We gotta leave that alone.
I know.
It makes you feel sick.
2 outs, another base hit by Klein. Well, Shane, we're doing what we said we want to peck away and make we don't have to get them all back in one time, but we obviously like to. But
we could not afford to come 3 up and 3 down. And this is the difference in the Raider team in the last few years. Is the last few years we haven't been able to get these hits. The bats have really come alive this year, and then this top half of this inning woke up here. Now 2 outs. We want to see how we can keep this rally going. That's an excellent stop by the third baseman. Now they get out, but the Raiders plate 2 here in the bottom half of the 4 and make it 8-6. So after 4 complete in the books, folks, it's your Red Raiders 6, Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets 8. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for top half of the 5th inning.
All right, the Red Raiders are able to chip away, get 2 runs back there in the bottom of the 4th inning, move the top of the 5th, top of the lineup back for JD.
And this is the first time they'll see Klein in just a bit inside.
Yeah, I'm glad he ducked.
That was so far inside it was outside, I think. Klein again having some of his balls just not breaking for him like he wants.
I'm wondering if he doesn't have two different grips for his curveball, because that pitch there was a curveball, but it was just totally different than what he had before, unless it just, like I said, just slipped a little bit. It's got one with a little tighter spin.
Foul way back behind the screen here for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on.
You know what's bad when you're all over here get the ball.
Raiders coming up with cleanup in the bottom half of this inning, and Dawson Dial
Yeah.
again behind the batter.
Don't want to give them anything. 3-1
Right.
here. You know, obviously we want a 3 up, 3 down like we did before. I think Klein just needs to settle down here. Sometimes you can work a little too fast. 3-1 here.
And here we go with a leadoff walk. We did not want to see that, to give them any light. Tanner Wright coming to plate.
Now batting number 2, Tanner Wright.
Third baseman for the Jackets, and made that great catch there at the end of the last inning. I think Coach Duck, longtime supporter of Bacon County Youth, making a presence here tonight at the ball game. Good to see him out. Good to see him around.
Yeah, he's been low the last few months, laying low. But again, it's good to see him.
You can't keep the
See
Duck
him
down
out.
long.
Yeah, he's hitting the concession, it looks like, below us.
If there's food around, Coach Duck's gonna hit it. Told me he never met a hot dog he didn't like. Nobody out now. Runner on first, and we got a pinch runner out there. It is Tyreek Miles.
And I bet he's not out there just to stand still.
This is a courtesy runner. I was thinking that wasn't a pitcher, but it is. This is a courtesy runner here. So again, Klein fighting to find the plate right now. 1 ball now. This is 4 in a row.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Tyler was thinking there.
I'm not. It just scared me to death.
He did the Texas 2-step before he tagged the first baseman bag there to get the shore out.
I think he thought he was standing on top of the bag and was just going to touch it and throw it over.
I think you're right. You know, he thought about maybe going to second for a potential double play, but that was a smart play.
Now batting
That's a big runner sitting out there on second. I don't mean physically. He is a big runner, but I
Right.
mean, that's a big run that we have got to keep out there and not plate in this inning.
Yeah, Klein needs to go after this batter here. Strike out, pop up.
Yeah, we got Logan McClune here.
Yeah, he's in the 3 hole. And these guys
back behind us.
He's a hitter, no doubt.
He was right in front of that rally that started here in the 3rd inning, so if we can get him out and get out of this inning without any runs scored. He doing what he was coached there, just turn inside, but take the ball if you can.
Yep.
Off your leg, and he didn't. But 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second, and Tyreek Miles. Foul back behind us again. Strike number 2.
That's going to be a lost ball into the
Bacon Lagoon back
out there. It's environmentally protected.
just missed
Wow,
him.
that was-
Chance to pick him off there.
that
Had
was
him, but
Had him
just wasn't able
leaning.
to hold the ball. Good play by both Dalton and Klein on that. Just not able to get it done.
Another good breaking pitch there. I almost thought it was going to freeze him up. He swung late just to fight it off.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Squibbler down the right field side for a foul ball.
See the valedictorian down there that was announced this week.
Just hold the ball here.
Yeah, that's a tough play.
That was a hot shot down there.
But I tell you what, he did. He kept his body in front of it, did what he was supposed to, and the ball was fortunate there. The runner was not able to advance, Shane.
Now batting
Ty
number
Craft,
9, Ty Craft.
Jeff Davis's catcher here, he hit a double last time up and got some of those runs in. So this is the dangerous part of the lineup that we had trouble with last time around. And Klein actually is now getting up in pitches because he came in that 3rd inning and he's got a few in there. I'm not.
What a
Good
great
by
stop.
Peyton there, big stop. Not sure how many they want to pitch him today or what. If he has a pitch count on him, they're trying to stay around.
Well, I know that Spires is available, and again, Tyler is available to go a few more innings tomorrow.
And now Jackets with 2 runners on, 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes at the plate. And Ty Craft. Klein very aware of what he did last time. By the way, he's trying to stay out on that outside corner.
Good
Good
pitch.
pitch right there on the
Mhm.
outside. That lace
Yeah.
caught the black side of that bag as it came by.
Now, does he come back inside here, Shane, or does he stay on that corner?
I stay away from him right here. Unless you want to, way we're playing these
I like this
right
guy's.
side of the field. He's playing the first base bat. We
Yeah.
got in the situation to get double play here if we.
Yeah.
Tell you this net is great. And I saw, I don't know if you saw on ESPN that the lady was walking back to her seat. And ball hit like that, went right back and hit the net, went and knocked her in the temple, and they stopped the game for 23 minutes because of her.
There was obviously not enough tension on the net.
Well, it was like this, but it was just a sharp hit ball, and it just she was
Right
just
next-
She just happened to be walking by, and she was about 6 inches from the net, and it hit that net, just went on and hit her. But and he's throwing the barrel of the bat at it.
Yeah.
He's staying alive.
Well, I'm glad he is because that's ball 2 there. Probably ball 3 if he had let the last 2 go.
Jacket hitters are very aggressive at the plate.
Yeah, I think if he comes inside here with that tight fastball, I think he may can get him. I don't know. I don't know if you risk it. Set up outside again. Another breaking ball. Please get
Right.
foul, and it's going to.
Yeah, foul by about 15 feet there is all. We'll take it, though.
Yeah, we got, again, a hitter at the plate. That's number 9. I like his batting stance, how he starts out real open where he can see the ball coming out of the pitcher's hands with both eyes. Now, you'll notice when he picks his foot up, he comes back inside with it as the ball approaches. Can we turn it? We can. What a play. What a play by our
Raiders
defense.
turn 2 to get out of the inning with no run scored. A great double play pitch and catch and throw there.
Well, the double play, Shane, is like the three-pointer in basketball. It's a great equalizer, especially when you're down and you can't afford to leave any runners in scoring position and allow them to score any more, period. 8-6, we're going to move into the bottom half of the 5th inning and see if we can't scratch a few more out. We are live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play On Sports, brought to you by BCTV Productions. Thank you. All right, we're back here. Bottom half of the 5th inning.
Now batting number
Big-
10, Anicio Washington.
Big man's going to lead off again like he did 2 innings ago, hopefully with a little better result
Yeah,
than a strikeout.
He got tied up with a curveball. It was just caught him way off guard.
I'd like to see him get on base somehow here.
1-1 now. He stayed consistent on the outside and the inside corner all day. So
Fights that one off.
off the inside pitch.
Quickly 1-2. I bet he's going to see that curveball again right here, as he's seen a couple fastballs there.
To me, that feels like the temperature's dropping a little bit here.
Well, it's been really cool all day, about 75.
Yeah, 73 degrees there.
Yeah, there's that little looper, unable to make the plate. 2-2. And that was, I don't know if that was ball 4 or ball 3 or not, the way the umpire, I mean, that
was a strike, I believe. So.
it looked a little low, but it was on that side of the plate that he likes to call.
Now batting number 15, Tyler Altman.
Nonetheless, you know, worst case scenario I was saying off air earlier, Shane, is we go through the lower part of our lineup here in the bottom of the 5th, and again, worst case, again, we work our way through that mid-lower part of the lineup in the bottom of the 6th, and we're back at the top with the 7th if we can just keep them from not scoring any more runs.
We need to keep chipping away here, get at least a run if we can in this inning.
Again, we need Tyler to step up and have another big at bat here. He struck out his last at bat, doubled his first.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Peyton Nobles, our catcher, on deck.
Another
Tyler fighting that one off to the screen.
Yeah. Give their pitcher props. He's pitched a pretty solid game of himself. Made some really good pitches when he's needed to. Again, we're within the 2 run. We need to get it within the 1. Worst case, we lose the ball game. We want to try to stay there.
And I guarantee you Mr. Glass knows about that, and he's very aware of it.
Yeah, for any type of all intents purposes of a tiebreaker after tomorrow's game. There won't be no story to it if we can take care of business tomorrow, regardless of what happens tonight.
Foul back to the screen. We got to take business
care of it tonight.
business tonight. Yeah.
And I don't want to play for a one-run loss. Don't get me wrong, but that's still something to think about as this game goes on. Oh, another good pitch there.
2 outs now. Little one hopper down to the third baseman.
Now batting number 17, Peyton Nobles.
Nobles, our sophomore catcher.
We need to come in and get 1, 2, 3 on them. So that'll put them at the bottom of their lineup coming up in the 7th. Right down the pipe for Peyton.
Yeah, you have to think again. This coach and this team they're going to. This young man's been on the mounds from start. They was going to throw everything at us at this game because again, it's pretty much it's down to 3 teams. It's us, Benedictine, and Jeff Davis.
Well, this is not the starting pitcher out there now. This is a short. He started off at third base. Now he's.
Yeah, 21 was.
Yeah.
21 started the game.
Yeah. Coach Glass made that change beginning this inning.
Okay, I missed that. Wasn't looking at his number. Nor his arm, sleeves, one being missing, or the fact that his release is a little different.
Looks like we got a dad back here calling pitches for him.
3-1, 3-1 count. And there's a walk. Get something going here. We'll see as 2-2 comes to the plate. Foster. Taylor on deck. We're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Jared Kilpatrick.
Catcher for a catcher.
Now batting number 22, Lane Foster.
Tell you what, a big 2-out here hit by Foster would give him some confidence and a shot in the arm here for our team.
Right down the pipe.
Tell you what, Shane, that pitch is outside. I'm gonna call it like I see it. I mean,
but he's calling it there. I mean, that's the strike zone. So, see, he's setting up out there. It's just a little bit far. He set up that time right there, so it's not going to get that call. Jeff Davis fans hollering, but paying attention to what he's doing. The catcher, you'll see him flip out there. So, pitch before he reached across his body and got it.
Foul
back to the net.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 2 balls.
2 strikes.
2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2-2 across the board. 8-6. The score here in the bottom of the 5th. Reaches out. Strike 3 is going to end the inning. As we move to the top half of the 6th inning, JD will come up. They're going to try to score some runs, put this game away. We're going to try to go up 3 down.
They come up with their 5-hole hitter here in the top half of the 6th inning, Jeff Davis, but we'll hopefully be able to shut them down. We'll take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back for the top half of the 6th inning and see.
Little meeting at the mound here. Some of the infielders maybe reassuring one another, talking about
Now batting number 5.
what's possible,
Jace
possibly
Riles.
coming up here in the lineup. 8-6, our Raiders trail. This game was kind of back and forth, I would say, early on. Jeff Davis puts up 6 runs in the top of the 3rd, and then they've settled down. We got back 2 in the bottom of the 4th.
And this young man at the plate hit a home run the last time. Takes one off his shoulder for dead ball. Hit batsman there. First pitch of the inning.
Show them about hitting home runs around here. No, that was another curveball.
Yeah,
it was a
definitely don't. You don't want any base runners now, so he's not doing.
Well, there was a
right.
first pitch curveball. He hit the young man in the last inning, Shane. Led off the game.
Now batting number 18, Cody Olive.
Sets us up for a double play, potentially. Or a bunt. That's going to be a pretty good
Oh,
one.
my goodness. A little bit in the baseline there, but he's got the rule to it, too. Inside a little too much on that grass.
Yeah, you notice he still ran down that inside line.
Yep.
Hogan White. Now batting number 22, Hogan White.
Coach Glass opting to go with a pinch hitter here now for Jordan Beverly, who has 2 strikeouts at last at bats. 2 last at bats. And I'm going to take off a little fashion accessory
Little
and a
bling,
necklace.
bling, bling coming off. I guess he didn't want to tuck it in. Another bunt here, Shane.
I don't know. I think you're letting free swing here. I don't think we're bunting here, but Coach Glass, I know that run out there is very important to him to go
Good
up by
pitch.
3, because right now we're tied. Then it goes to runs allowed within the region and all that kind of stuff. So he knows the importance of that run.
What happens if let's say the game we do lose, it ends like this, we were to be defeated tomorrow. You know, what happens with that tiebreaker when the runs or differential is the same? If it's a tie there, you know what they
Well,
get to-
you talking about between us 2 teams? It goes
For
to
second.
it goes to the rest of the region.
Rest of the
runs
region.
allowed.
Okay.
So
I'm going to look that up quickly as you continue to call the ball game.
that can be. We've given up some runs this year, so that could be a bad thing. That was right down the middle for strike 3. Young man had nothing to be mad about there. That just right down the middle.
Now batting number 8, Alex Sanders.
And Alex, he had a line drive to third baseman last time. Out that corner again. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner standing out there on second base. Represents a 3-run lead for the Jackets.
And it's region runs allowed?
I believe that's correct. Oh, just missed it. You know, he's going to be coming here. So that's a big run for the Jackets there. Klein, I mean, just a fraction of a inch there. Missed that.
Now batting
Just
number
reaction
1,
time.
Kurt Nails.
As of this moment, Bacon County has given up 15 runs in region play, and Jeff Davis have given up 12.
So and we're still to play 2 more region games after this. Not sure what Jeff Davis has on their slate. Wrong side of the plate. Or second base. Runner advances to second with that speed.
Jeff Davis has Long County as the only region game remaining. Good play there.
It gets him out, but they do give up that 1 run. That 3-run lead is now out there for Jeff Davis. Bacon County needing to score about 4 now to take the win.
And it's possible. We scored 4 in the bottom of the first with the top of our lineup. Our top of the lineup's coming up maybe sooner. Hopefully, now we hope it comes up this inning because we're at the last 2 of the lineup, and then we're back at the top. Shane, is that correct?
We're at
I think Ryan's in the hole, or Ryan's on coming up.
I think we got 8 hole, 9 hole in.
8, 9 back at the top. So we'll see if we can't get some runners on, get the top of the lineup back up, and get this thing rocking and rolling here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Now batting number 12, Kyler Wade.
All right, Wade at the bat, number 8 hole here for
this is 9 hole.
Excuse me, 9 hole. Then we'll get back to the top. This is where we can hopefully get it done. Kyler has done some good things on offense and defense when he's had the opportunity this season. He's watched 2 strikes down the pipe here. I'm not sure what he's looking for, but
struck out last at plate.
Probably not going to get a good pitch to hit here. Ball low. Need something good to happen right here.
High cheese right there. Got him.
That's just a good pitch selection there, high and inside. All right, so we're back to the top of the lineup. We want to do some damage right here if we can, folks, with 1 out. And that's what Dalton has done. He's 2 for 3. I guess that was just a little too low for the ump. All high and tight.
2-0 now. Need every base runner we can get, however we can get them. Right down the pipe there for strike 1 on Dalton. Dalton holding the whole way there. 3-1 now. Dribbler right here to the shortstop for out number 2.
Well, it's sort of a double-edged sword here, Shane. I said earlier we want to try to set it up where the top part of half of our lineup have a chance, but now with 2 outs, I mean, by no means do I want Jacob to strike out or make an out, but you know, we whittle our way through the top of this lineup, and then we're back to where some kids have struggled tonight. Need a big swing right here, get something going.
I guarantee you they're staying away from Jacob on this one. I don't want to give up a cheap run here.
Yeah, 2 outs, nobody on. He can probably stand right there with his bat on his shoulder.
Because, again, Paul's playing for the Coach Glass is playing for the 3-run lead there. at this point, as if it's a 0-0 game with a one-run game. Not getting anything even close right now.
Nah.
3-0. That just sets it up for Klein to come to the plate with a base runner on here. And gave him a little something there to hit inside, a little high. Three balls, one strike.
Oh, that was ball 4, wasn't it, Shane?
It was, but he took a hack at it.
I'm at the baseball field. No, I haven't.
Foul back behind the left field screen.
I'll have to go get one thing on.
Just stayed alive. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. Jacob Holton at the plate. Looking for anything close. Gets him again with a
High cheese, as you called it earlier. And again, I'm not. Again, I didn't want to say a while ago I wanted him to make an out, but it's not a terrible thing. We still have some meat coming to the plate for the bottom half of the 7th inning. We just have to keep them from scoring any more runs, as it's 9-6. We move to the top half of the 7th inning, running out of outs. Shane, be back here in just a moment. Red Raider baseball.
All right, we cannot afford to give up anybody right now. Top of the lineup.
Now batting number 21, Brett Wilcox.
Well, Shane, if we needed a 3-up, 3-down at any point in time this season, this is it.
It's a good start.
Yes, he breaks his streak of hitting the leadoff batter in the
Yeah.
inning with the first pitch. Another good pitch. Quickly 0-2 here. Again, the lower stretch of their lineup. Again, somehow, again, if we can shut them out here and come to the bottom half of the 7th and squeeze out 2+ runs. That was a good pitch.
Yeah, caught him way off guard with that one.
Yeah, he was stepping out of the box on that one as he swung.
Pete not able to squeeze it, so we'll go all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. First hitter here in the top half of the 7th for Jeff Davis. Way outside there for ball 3.
I was thinking a while ago, Shane, I was asking you if we had hired a new basketball coach, and I'm not going to announce that for positive, but I should have been more concerned if I was rehired or not. Hey.
Went up 0-2 and lost
Oh, my. I mean, I'm not sure why that wasn't called a strike. And the pitcher's concerned about it as well as the catcher.
Yep.
Now batting
And
number 2,
Nobles is one,
Tanner Wright.
maybe asking him why or where it was. Got to be careful as players, and we try to be careful as adults, much less. But players, you got to respect that position irregardless. Not that Nobles was, but I've seen that's how you get tossed in the majors. Gonna get an out there at second. That was a great play by Klein. I mean, tell you what, he was real. Was he real laid back about it, Shane?
Well, he was waiting for Dalton to get over to the bag is what he was doing, and but it was a pretty poorly bunted ball right back to the pitcher. He had plenty of time, and he did the right thing by taking his time.
He did. Number 11 to the plate for J.D. Runner at first. Pinch runner coming in for them. Try to get a name on that young man.
I'm pretty sure you said peach runner.
Peach, pinch, whatever. It's late.
Peach runner on first. Little chess game there. Little pitch out just to see if he was going.
Ball is going to be hit to the shortstop with a chance to.
Cannot hold on to it. Not a great thrown ball from Dalton there, which is.
And yeah, Dawson unable to handle it.
Not normal. What we see out of Dalton, but
Well, it's
going to happen.
Now batting number 9,
I'm not sure.
Ty Kraft.
Yeah, I guess it's the Arizona throw.
Yeah, it was a errant throw there. We got Ty Kraft coming up, hit a double in that big inning.
Yeah, there's a young man. That unique batting stance.
Sounded like a.
First and second with 1 out. Jeff Davis with a chance to really blow this thing open before we move to the bottom half of the second if we're not careful.
Bottom half of the 7th? Yeah.
7th. Second, 7th. I've been teaching all day. I'm just tired, Shane.
Whatever makes you feel better.
I'm not at a cush office.
Need a pinch teacher.
Important time here. 2 on. First and second. 1 out.
Raider fans
A hitter at bat.
looking on very intently at this point. Just inside for ball 3 now. A lot of things can happen here.
I think it was a little high. He's called that inside before.
You got Jace Riles coming up next, which had a home run in that big inning, which Ty just missed one with that double hit off the top of the fence.
Quit bringing up old stuff, man.
Letting up any in this inning, and he walks him on 4.
And as you can
Bases
tell,
loaded, 1 out.
that's what he didn't want to do. The only advantage we have here is there's an out at any base. But you got a kid here that's, with a 3-run lead, he's probably going to be leaving his feet here with anything close because he knows Klein's going to be trying to get something near the plate.
Now batting number 5, Jace Riles.
getting the pitch call in from the dugout. Be very careful here. Can't afford to get behind Jace here.
Good pitch.
And that's a little bit low, I believe. It was the right spot. It was just low. Raider fans not liking that call at all. Quickly 2-0 here now.
Nowhere to put this one. He's going to have to.
We cannot give up any runs in this inning.
Yeah, he's not a freebie. Make them earn it. And the fact they're playing in, it's going to allow one run to be scored. We can't. Tough play there by the third baseman.
I think you're playing back there for a double there, but look up and they are playing in. Get out of this inning. That's a double play ball, I believe.
Number 18, Cody Ogle.
Trying to take that run away, though, is what Coach James is
And
doing here.
if you're able to put a glove on it, and it does, you get the run at home. Potential throw to first. And that's what we want is fly balls. If he can set up in position, and that's going to get another one home.
And we're digging ourselves a hole here. After that hit, Raider fans are starting to hit the exit.
11-6.
Now back number 7, Jordan Douglas.
We can drive down for a touchdown. We can take lead quickly in the bottom half of the 7th.
2 outs. ESPN is updating our game there.
$14 hits.
Yeah, that
the
may be
Yellow
the
Jackets
most
have tonight.
impressive thing right there.
They've not been given a lot. You can't take anything away from the way they've hit the ball tonight.
And 12 of those hits were in the first 3 innings.
Now they bring up the chance.
Raider fans trying to get the Raiders.
I bet my
Going
wife is down there starting that.
You got a student section pretty strong over tonight, which I'm proud to see. Let's throw back to second. Yeah, it's good. We've got football players, basketball players, tennis folks here. Everybody here supporting Raiders.
Yeah, you mentioned tennis. I'll say tennis season is officially over. We traveled for the first round of the state playoffs today. We'll finish that after this pitch. Oh, this is going to be trouble. What a great play by Spires. 3 outs finally there as they tack on 2 more, 11-6. Raiders got their work cut out for them here. But just to finish that note, excuse me, with the Lady Raiders traveled to Berrien County, and they were eliminated. And then they hopped on the bus and went over to Thomasville, where the boys played later this afternoon, and they were eliminated as well, playing the number 1 seed Thomasville Bulldogs. So they're on their way back now. We're proud of the season they had. Got to play a match in the brand new tennis facility, folks. Again, come pull through the parking lots here. Take a look at the facilities we have. It's really unbelievable.
Still got a long way to go as far as
what we've been able to provide the facilities that we provide our kids here and our athletic programs and the academics that we're allowed to bring to these kids with the building itself. So we'll take a short break here, see if we can pull the Raiders through this mire here with a deficit of 5 runs. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Now batting number 14, Klein Nipper.
Klein Nipper leads off. A little late there on the swing.
Raider student section making some noise over there.
Yeah, and again, it's not losing hope. We still, our destiny is in our own hands after we host Benedictine tomorrow. Jeff Davis has to play one more region game. That's Long County.
Which is right now the number 4 seed.
That's
so
correct.
Long is not an easy.
Yeah, they only have 5 region losses on the season, so they played pretty solid most of the year.
And all those region losses coming to the top 3.
That's exactly right. 2 from us, 2 from Benedictine, and 1 from Jeff Davis, and then they have played again Jeff Davis yet again. So the Herons could help us, or excuse me, Blue Tide could help us out. I tell you what, it was an awkward swing there by Klein for strike 3.
Now batting number 2, Dawson Dow.
Dawson Dow comes to the plate with Inicio Washington, big man, coming up next.
I think even the principal's coming up to take a little closer look at that strike zone, Shane. It's the last inning, though, but this ball is going to be ripped for a base hit by Dawson Dow. Bringing up Washington, who struck out twice, but he is due, Shane. He's due for a little action here against this nemesis, Jeff Davis. He had a grand slam, as you said earlier, against them last year. I'll take a 2-run shot here.
Yeah, we need
just a base hit here to keep things rolling here with 1 out.
4 runs is what a minimum we have to have.
Yeah. Now, he could beat 1 out if he were to decide to lay down a bunt. I'm not sure if that's in the repertoire. And it's not.
Fight that off his fist there.
Yeah, that's ball 1. Coulda.
Two one now on Raider hitter. 1 out, 1 on. Raiders need a lot of base runners here.
Oh, it's overthrown. Oh, and we could. He's safe at second. What?
Yeah, he ran right into that. That's just not smart base running there. The ball's in front of you. You can see it. Never should have took off there. Just inexperience on the base path there.
Well, you got 2 coaches out there supposed to be saying and signaling. You just never know because we can't tell from here. You hate to just blame it on the young man immediately, but you're right. You know he had eyes on it, but you're down 5 runs. You got a young man just trying to do what he can.
Oh yeah, you can't take him away from being aggressive on the base path in that situation. But again, the catcher and the pitcher are on a different page here. Yeah, should take nothing away from big man.
I know you wouldn't.
Ball in front of me like that, you really got to be careful, especially in an inning like this where we need base runners. Because his run means nothing at this point. Sharp hit ball down the right field side, but just foul. Tyler came up with a big hit in the second inning, I think, or the first inning, I think it was. And that should do it for Jeff Davis and for a 2 spot if Raiders cannot hold out against Benedictine tomorrow, Brent. That's going to be Raiders had a good run so far, and they've come down here and
yeah, it's a shame. It's their only second region loss of the year, and then now we're down to one game deciding whether or not we're going to have a home game or not, or potentially none.
But the positive in all this, we will be in the playoffs.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
The first time in a few years that we've been in the playoffs.
Worst case is third seed. That's not a bad position to be in. Best case scenario is a second place slot. If we can defeat Benedictine tomorrow. We struggled last week as we started that game off. You're not sure how that emotion of that game is going to carry over to tomorrow. I think their team was kind of frustrated and mad, almost like mad at us because they couldn't potentially get the win because of the weather. It was a weather delay, not anything we did indifferent or it was. But I could tell they almost felt like they got cheated. And
I would have felt the same way.
Oh, I know it, and it's tough. And our boys felt like, well, we get a second chance. So we'll see how it comes out tomorrow. We're gonna come out and give them everything we got, and see how the cards fall. But basically, we're in a situation now where if we don't win, we're likely going to be in that third spot unless Long can come up and defeat Jeff Davis, because we'll be tied with Jeff Davis and they'll have the run differential rule. So
yeah, the region championship is definitely out now. There's mathematically no way we can beat out Benedictine. So, but like I say, these boys have done great this year.
This is not the year that we was anticipating this particular performance from these Raiders, and we're not making any excuses. It is what it is. We were looking at maybe next year because we're so heavy laden with sophomores and juniors and a sprinkle in a few freshmen. But the future's bright for Bacon County baseball. And the future is bright right now, irregardless of where we have to go and play. We're playing a 2 seed somewhere, and they're going to be playing a potential number 1 type seed in us, regardless of where we go. So most likely it's going to be a team from Region 1, and we'll study that and kind of see who the possibilities will be for that. We're going to try to make it back with you and broadcast tomorrow. Either way, we'll get it recorded and put it on demand, it being a Wednesday evening. But I want to thank you for joining us here live, and those of you that join on demand. Once again, I want to wrap it up here as the Raiders lose 11-6 to the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. We split the series with them, but unfortunately, this puts a damper on our region championship hope. But we're still alive for a second place position. We'll see if we can't get that done tomorrow. Over the next couple of days. For myself, Brent Johnson, Shane Bennett, Dalton Allman was on the camera. Thank him, senior at Bacon County High School. We wish you the best, and God bless.